Lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now. Lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now.
So I don't know about y'all, but it's July 8th when recording this. I don't know when they're going to be seeing this video, but it's coming that season. It's going to be redraft season here shortly, right? And I don't know what tickles your guys' fancy, but when it gets into July, late July, early August, you get mocks start cranking out. The mocks start cranking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start percolating, start getting excited. It's fantasy football season. So today, First Choice Fantasy, we're going to be doing a mock draft. 3 different strategies, right? So when you do your drafts, you're probably just like, yeah, I'm just going to take the player that I like the most, right? Well, some nerds titled some strategies, right? One strategy is called zero running back, which means you practically pass up on all the good running backs, go wide receiver, tight end, quarterback, whatever you want to do early, and then take later round running backs because running backs are more fragile, yada, yada, yada. So that's one strategy. Second strategy, robust running back or running back heavy, whatever you want to call it. It's complete opposite. You take all the running backs early because they're all super talented, and you kind of pass up on the wide receivers that are there because wide receivers have more volatility. So you can appreciate that and accept that, exactly. And then the third strategy, which isn't necessarily a strategy, I guess you would say, but taking a quarterback and a tight end early. So, yeah, those are 3 strategies you're going to test out today, right? Who's going to be doing the running back heavy?
It's me. Probably, most likely. Well, I don't even know why I'm saying most likely. It is going to be the best team drafted here today.
All right, what slot are you picking out of?
I'm picking at pick 10.
Pick 10? All right. Zero running back.
Late round running backs.
That was always going to be me.
Zero running back is always going to be
that
Alex.
much. And I'm never going to be that guy.
I just did it in our dynasty, so I have it fresh in mind.
Yeah, you did. I was interesting. I didn't expect that out of you, Alex. But I mean, I guess
you should have.
You should have, yeah. And what pick are you picking out of?
I don't know. I think 9.
9.
I think you're 8.
8.
It is what it is. We got a few fellow league mates in this draft as well, so we can get some, human F-ups, human error sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because, if you go by ADP or you go by with the bots and Sleeper, it just picks whoever's at the top, T.Y. Hilton over players like Trey Sermon. That's cracked out. All right. So I'm going to be doing quarterback and tight end heavy or early, whatever you want to call it, and I'm picking out of the 3 slot. No, I'm not taking quarterback in the 3rd pick. I'm not taking tight end 3rd pick.
What? Pat
Still
Mahomes
going
is
early with
clearly
them.
Best quarterback.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see how that goes. Anybody else want to say anything about anything, I guess, at the moment?
I've been looking forward to mocking all day. I'm ready for this.
This is one of the videos I would say that kind of just, it's a comfortable thing to do because you're really just talking like you're kicking back with your friends, and you can give some advice in a sense, but it's not like you're expected to do anything really. You're showing your strategy.
Mm-hmm. That's why I am a campfire, because we're going to give off these welcoming vibes today. So we're going to go in afterwards and edit my empty slot to be a campfire, and we're going to remember
Ed and
this
I
because
are
I said
just
it
around the campfire talking to it.
And I'm evidently dead.
Yeah.
Still mocking, though.
Still mocking. Cooking and
will
mocking.
Not hold me down.
Well, without further ado, let's get this draft kicked off, shall we? This is the first mock draft of First Choice Fantasy. Let's get it.
Let's go. 2021.
Thank you for that qualifier, Brandon. This was definitely not our first mock. All right.
Alrighty.
Pick by pick analysis. A. For the first pick. For the first pick.
A. McCaffrey, Henry.
Yeah, that's
supposed to give him B's for that. It's a redraft.
Oh, I didn't know you're giving grades. Okay, that makes much more sense.
Oh no, I said draft. How did I say? Pick by pick analysis here.
That's fair.
So
all
far,
30 seconds in.
What happened?
Definitely makes sense.
McCaffrey, Henry.
I was expecting to take Henry at the 3, but I like Henry at the 2, so it makes sense. I am going to go with Saquon Barkley just because it's Saquon Barkley, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and if
we're
you're
on
in
that
if
now.
you're in an early pick,
expected.
you're not going zero running back, because if you pick a wide receiver at the third pick, you're gonna be laughed at.
Probably.
In my opinion, you should be.
I would agree. Yeah.
Maybe he'll stay healthy the whole season.
The wide
Yeah,
receiver? Or?
maybe. I mean,
Well, you know how things would have changed.
after Barkley went Cook,
See,
Kamara,
I'm going to
Chubb,
give everyone a very good
and then
lesson here
Tyreek Hill.
in draft strategies. If you commit to zero running back and Jonathan Taylor falls to you at 8, you just fucking take him.
That's crazy. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm,
Because even in a mock draft, I cannot justify not taking him there.
yeah, Jonathan Taylor at the 8th pick is crazy. I would have taken him over Chubb
Let's see.
and Hill.
Yeah, I'm giving those picks. Xavier gets a C for that one.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, now I'm on the clock. Devontae Adams went after Jonathan Taylor, and I'm going to go with my guy this year. It's just a gut feeling.
Cam Akers.
Cam Akers.
I like how you guys knew that.
Had to.
Absolutely.
I'm doing my job right. That's all I need to know. Travis Kelce went in the first round. That's just been happening, seems like, this year. Has that happened? Did that happen last year? Kelce
I
getting
think in
mocked
redrafts
in the
he
first?
absolutely would
Really?
hover around the
Yeah.
first round.
That's fair. Wasn't sure.
In Mixon territory.
Like I said in the beginning, I am not an advocate of early round tight ends and quarterbacks. Maybe Josh Allen or Darren Waller, but even then, I probably wouldn't go those two positions.
Oh shit, that's sweet. All right, this is interesting. So,
Is it?
it is because I don't know. The quarterback tight end strategy is interesting to me because obviously one's off the board, tight end. I would say the only other two that would be draftable in the first 3 rounds are obviously Kittle and Waller.
Yeah.
And
Those
if
guys
we're
will
doing quarterback and
probably
tight end
go early.
early, I'm have to take a tight end right there. So I guess one of my next picks will be one of those two. But
It's gonna have to.
and then if I want the quarterback value that I would like to get as an early quarterback pick, it would have to be another 3rd-round pick. So my next 2 picks are going to be where you see the quarterback and tight end go off the board personally.
And this is a prime example of you should not go into the draft saying, "Oh, I'm doing this strategy," because that's just like you're gonna find values late in the second. Like Alex found Jonathan Taylor at the 8th pick. Like if you're going into the draft like, "Oh, I'm going all wide receivers," it's like, come on, Jonathan Taylor, I'd take over both Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams. So. That's just, you got to keep an open mind. I was hoping to get Taj Gibson.
Taj Gibson.
I was hoping to get Antonio Gibson, but kind of fell through.
Andre Swift to this. Or will he go Najee Harris?
You got to go
Clyde,
Eckler,
J.K.
man.
Dobbins. There's a lot of options here.
There are a lot of options. In our Dynasty League, I was trying my damnedest to get J.K. Dobbins and Cam Akers on the same roster,
My damnedest.
but I'm going to do it here. J.K. Dobbins, welcome
In
with
the mock
Cam
draft.
Akers. Got the sophomore running backs.
Yeah, that's fine.
Diggs went after me,
Very okay with
and
that.
then DK Metcalf, Calvin Ridley.
Now we're on the receiver train.
I honestly really wanted to go A.J. Brown with that pick, but again, we set our boundaries. Just another reason why you shouldn't going into a draft, but for learning purposes and seeing the
For
outcome.
experimental purposes, we're
Yeah.
going to see whose team is better than what.
And that's what
Using
mock
what?
is. Experimental.
All righty. Well, seeing as I am kind of in a corner here and I have to go with a quarterback and a tight end, I will take the tight end that I think is going to be, I guess, better this year. It's George Kittle.
Hey,
And
I
then
love that. Good pick. Good pick.
right back at it. I don't want Patrick Mahomes, which is probably a head scratcher for most, but I am very high on both Kyler Murray and Lamar Jackson. One of them are going to finish quarterback one, I think. So I will go with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah. I wonder if Josh Allen would have fallen
To what, the
to
fourth round?
like
you
your
think?
next pick. Curious.
It would be my luck if that happened, but it is what it is.
Well, you got your quarterback, got your tight end. Now you get the draft freely.
Yeah. I don't know about y'all guys, but love me some Lamar Jackson. So I mean, in an actual redraft, league, I would probably say a strategy like this would be one that I'd be going with. Like making sure I get a solidified cornerstone tight end, whether that be Kelsey, Kittle, Waller, maybe even Pitts if he goes like fourth or fifth round. And then one of the quarterbacks, either Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray, maybe even Stafford if I'm going late round quarterback and I don't want to reach on one of the quarterbacks early, but I personally like this strategy that I'm taking personally.
Yeah. Well, I would like to get Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but sometimes it just doesn't pan out that way.
Wait, Chris Carson there.
Yeah, Chris Carson is there.
Alex with the tight end 3 and Darren Waller. I like it.
Absolutely. He's basically a receiver.
Practically, yeah.
I figure he's there. I'll snap him up.
So Kate Cutlass just joined back in the draft after missing both of his picks. He's probably going to be heated seeing that he got Aaron Jones and Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh,
But
it's mock draft, so I think we'll make it.
that's a lesson learned. Be on top of yourself.
Be on
So
top of
I
yourself.
would have taken CEH, but he's gone. My next favorite running back would be between Josh Jacobs and Chris Carson, and I'm going to go with Chris Carson because it's redraft. In Dynasty, I'd probably go with Josh Jacobs, but
Ooh, McLaurin with a quick trigger finger right
McLaurin was a close second, but
Thought
I
about
got
taking
someone on
Terry.
the turn I'd like to get, and being that I'm heavy running back, I kind of had to take a running back, and he's still there. Let's see if that's actually the decision I want to make. It is
there. It is. Kyle Pitts. Interesting.
Kyle Pitts. Kyle
The
Pitts.
fourth. I'm okay with that. Very okay
So
with that.
it looks like I will not be getting, or it looks like Kyler Murray / even Dak Prescott would be falling to the my fourth pick. So looks like I should have went that route, but I didn't. It is what it is. Make mistakes in drafts. Kyler Murray did not last. Never
Here's
mind. But Dak
It might
Prescott
not
did.
even be a mistake. Like I'd rather have Lamar over Dak, honestly. Just that running upside.
I don't
Not
really
that
think you need to
Dak doesn't
qualify
have
that.
it, but who would you have taken other than Jackson? Well, I guess I'll let you pick, and then you can.
Quarterback wise, I would have taken Murray, obviously, like I said. But if I didn't take him there, probably would have went Robinson, Allen Robinson.
Look at Jalen Hurts as the 9th QB. That seems
Yeah.
a little high.
Hot. You think it's
Got the
high?
running upside, my dude.
I have like
More
the
on that.
same.
I'm more on the I want to see it first.
This is if I were to do this strategy last year, I would have ended up probably like the same exact team. So just be patient with me. I really like some of these players.
This does very much look like Ed draft class from last year.
Yeah, I'm still on these kids. All right. Jeez, man, these running backs are shit. We got Myles Gaskin, Travis Etienne, Chase Edmonds, Melvin Gordon, Mike Davis, Raheem Mostert, James Robinson, Javonte Williams. Not going further down than that. So, with that being said, I think I might still stick with wide receivers here. And I will be going with I'm not going wide receiver here. I'm going to go running back.
Ooh.
Travis Etienne.
Solid pick. Got the rookie upside. It's gonna star in the slot. It's gonna
I
be
didn't
nice.
like it too much, but I mean, it is what it is. I'm just not a big fan of the wide receivers reaching on one because I like the ones that are there. Thielen, Cup, Johnson. I like Johnson the most. But I didn't feel too comfortable with going further down than that. I have players that I like that are further down than that.
Well, when you got the tight end locked down with George Kittle getting you 20 points a game, it's kind of like having an extra possession. So you're really just looking for those high upside players.
Speaking of that,
Jamar Chase.
Jamar
Absolutely.
Chase. Look at
I would
that.
do that if it was real life.
I can dig it. You said you wouldn't or you would?
No, I said I would.
Fair. I like it. I like it.
He is a monster.
He is indeed. Do you think, this is probably not even a question for you, but a lot of people do have the same question. Chase is finishing the highest of the wide receivers there, you would say?
Like I said, I think him and Smith both have wide receiver one upside. We'll see if they hit it, but
Yeah.
I don't think both of them will be. But I think both of them have that upside because I think both of them have the talent to step in and be their number one receiver. And I'm not even slighting T. Higgins there. Just Jamar was a whole nother animal.
Gotta go
Yeah.
Brandon Ayuk. It was just epic last season
Falling for
as a
you.
rookie. Hopefully get their new quarterback into place. But gotta go Ayuk and hope for my guy to drop to my next pick. So far he's still there. And he's there. I like it. He's there.
Yeah, I have a
Devontae
feeling.
Williams.
Oh,
So got Chris Carson, Dobbins, Akers, and Williams. I believe that Williams will have a good second half of the year. And I also think that Chris Carson is a little risky because he's got an injury history. So if Carson happens to get hurt halfway through the year, I hopefully have Williams ready to step in.
I was intrigued with that pick, Alex. I thought you were going Deontay for sure, but I like that you didn't know.
I decided to skip over the Pittsburgh receivers because there's going to be a hell of a lot of competition for touches over there. And all Devontae Smith needs to do is stay on his feet to get double-digit targets. And if he's not getting double-digit targets and he's still alive, then I want everyone on the Eagles organization shot into the sun.
Into the sun.
Yes.
I like that one.
All right.
I would agree with you. I would.
But I don't think that'll be a problem.
I agree.
I seriously think that could be pretty solid value in the sixth round.
I wanted Claypool.
Computers are dogging you.
And then Deontay just snatching right in my nose. I don't like that one. All right. Well, with that said, now I have to go with next pick's not going to be too bad, I guess. So I have two running backs, obviously quarterback, tight end, one wide receiver. I think I'm going to hold off for running backs a little bit longer because I do have players that I like that are later round running backs. The wide receivers here, Sutton, Chark, Smith-Schuster, Samuel. Yeah, it's a bunch of mess right here. This is where I'm going to start reaching, I guess. So Judy is the pick.
I like it. I like Judy. I like it more if they got Aaron Rodgers, but
hey man, don't count it out. Don't count it out just yet.
I hope they at least start Teddy Bridgewater because we
will.
know that Bridgewater.
There's no way Drew Lock comes out as the starter.
I would agree.
He's the hype man.
Absolutely not. He would have to have such a good camp. He would have to play so good in the preseason. Even then, I feel like they'd be afraid to do it. I would be afraid to do it.
I am here, and I'm not too sure what to do. I like Curtis Samuel a lot this year, but I'm just going to go with one of the uglier picks, I would say. No, who am I kidding? Why would I do that? I'm going to go No, I don't. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm
That's
do it.
not
Ugly pick. Ugly pick. It is what it is.
All right. Mike
Mike
Davis
Davis.
over players like Ronald Jones, Damian Harris, Fournette, Kenyon Drake, Zach Moss. Ooh, your man Trey Sermon.
Yeah, I was gonna hold off and try
That's
to hope one of
surprising.
those would fall to
But
me, but that's not gonna happen. So
hey, you got a running back one on the team, so you can respect that.
Noah Fant. Huh.
Ooh, what do we got off the board here? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll keep taking shots.
Fair.
Keeping that wide receiver train rolling.
I like it.
That was the goal.
Let's see. Not too sure who I want. This is rough. So I got 2 picks. And I'm looking at
Kenyon
few
Drake.
different players.
Kenyon Drake.
Kenyon Drake still there? Oh my god. Oh my god. 15 seconds. I'm
Next
feeling
week
the
when we
pressure.
do the AFC West, I'm pretty sure half of my talking is going to be about Kenyon Drake. So brace yourself for that.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. LaVisca,
I'm going for like the youngest mock team.
Yeah, like are we doing a
imaginable.
dynasty league or something?
It seems like it, but
Me as
the
well.
players I'm high on, I mean,
Oh yeah.
like 'em.
Alex has 3 wide receivers that are from that are in their second year or younger.
I don't
I think I have
really
all
agree
second
with
year
and I'm
players.
pretty sure that
1 rookie and 2
pretty
rookies.
sure it's been done away, but I don't buy the narratives that receivers need time.
Yeah, it's definitely done away. I mean, it still holds true for some wide receivers. But
For
the
some
majority,
guys, I mean, absolutely. Some dudes need time to develop, but like some guys
like Bryan
don't.
Edwards.
But like some of these guys,
Tyler
like
Johnson.
when you dominate SEC competition, you don't need time to develop. You're already there.
Yeah, I tend to agree with that. Oh, James Conner off the board, huh?
Brandon Cooks. I was thinking about it. I'm not going to get the chance.
All right, well, things are looking up for me because 3 people that I would love to have on my team are still there, and there are 7 picks before me. So if those 3 people fall off the board, that will hurt my heart, but it is what it is. Brandon, you are OTC with 35 seconds
I
on the clock.
guarantee you one of those guys is coming off the clock. So coming off the board.
Yeah, probably all 3 actually, but it is what it is. Actually, I have 4, so I'm cool. Actually, I have 5, I have 6, I have 7. No, I only have 4.
All right. I don't think I've went heavy enough at running back. I'm going to pass on a lot of these running backs. Damian Harris, Fournette, Drake, Moss,
Obviously.
Sermon, Carter. I'm going with J.K. Dobbins, backup, Gus Edwards. He can stand alone, and he can be a backup. So
Well, damn. Alex, you like Trey Sermon, huh?
I like him in this slot.
Fair.
8th round, only my second running back. Might as well swing for the fences. I thought about Damian Harris, but
Brandon, I don't necessarily understand your pick. Would you care to explain a little bit more?
well, it's kind of a handcuff situation if
seems like an
Dobbins were to
expensive
get
handcuff.
injured. Yeah,
Very.
it is. But I think he has standalone value if like something insane happened, like Carson were to get hurt, and I don't know. I like it. I like Edwards this year. I think he can really find himself a role in this offense.
You don't see that as limiting the ceiling a little bit, or of your team, obviously.
It's picking safe, I guess.
Fair. All right. Well, so my guys were Sermon, Samuel, Moss, and Damian Harris. Sermon and Harris off the board. Samuel's sitting there staring me right in the mitt, but yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go Curtis Samuel. Hope. Oh, never mind. There goes Zach Moss. All right.
Hey, Kenyon Drake. John Gruden, team 2.
Yeah. All right.
The Edmonds at 6'11" is really bothering me.
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
I hate that. Him and Gordon at 6'12". I hate that. I hate all of it. Over Mike Davis, like I'm not the Mike Davis stan here, but that's absurd.
Yeah.
Raheem Mostert, 6'8". Dude, these computers are on crack. I must not have noticed that.
I want
hell's
to
going on around
go
here?
with like, because obviously like I have Barkley. ETN's kind of a question mark though. He is kind of stable in a sense. Mike Davis is still much the same. But I feel like in the quarterback and tight end realm, I have enough spots on my roster to just take a shot, and I kind of like this player a decent amount, so I'm gonna go with it. Tony Pollard.
That's fair.
He's a guy.
Interesting to see Matt Stafford and Joe Burrow in the ninth. If I wasn't doing quarterback early, I like those two quarterbacks a lot this year. Matt
I like
Stafford more,
four of
but
the guys up there.
Yeah, I
And
see a few
so
quarterbacks.
I don't care. Ooh, Michael Carter was going to be my pick, but I got Knight. Oh, all right. I guess I'm looking for. Oh God, these are terrible. The running back situation is kind of horrid right now. So, I guess I will just take another receiver.
Double up on quarterbacks, team 9. What a
Okay.
That is
strategy.
just-
Bold move. Well, they probably saw the rest of the board and they were like, oh, shit.
BPA.
all right.
Apparently, the team 9 is just. He's on.
I like a lot of
You on? I don't know.
quarterbacks here, so I'm looking at a wide receiver. I don't mind Corey Davis, to be honest.
I do. I do a decent amount.
Feeling the same way. Oh, Team 4 also took another quarterback. All right, apparently the computers are about to start nabbing those backup QBs in round 10.
They must
Or
have
in
been playing
round 9.
Superflex.
You know what? I gotta go with my favorite guy here, Darnell Mooney.
I like it.
It's my favorite receiver here. I don't mind. I honestly don't mind Corey Davis, but I'm hoping to snipe a quarterback on the turn. So I don't know how comfortable I'd be picking Davis and a quarterback. So then I'd be stuck with Chenault, Ayuk, and Corey Davis. It just didn't seem too nice of a decision. Then again, I have more sophomores.
So, Alex, Marquise Brown pick. Are you high on him, or was it just because the field? What's happening there?
I mean, there's not a lot of receivers up there, and I feel like he could have like a not terrible season. I'm hoping that they are just going to use him out of the slot, use him like as more of a yard after the catch guy,
They
not
said
as
they
like
were, and I like
purely
that,
a deep threat. Is this true? I don't know, but like, dude's like about to be like 25, and I'm not a huge Waddle fan, and I'm not about to be going Corey Davis or Michael Gallup or Michael Pittman or Mike Williams or Devontae Parker, yada yada yada.
I hope to take Mike Williams if he does fall to me, but chances are it's not going to happen. So I feel like there's a lot of wide receivers in this realm that don't really get the respect, I guess you would say, they deserve.
Yeah.
Michael Pittman being one, which it has nothing to do really with his rookie year, but just the opportunities he has. I guess Cam heard me.
Damn.
Just took Mike Williams all the way up there. But
I was hoping to grab Ryan Tannehill. He's my favorite late round quarterback.
with Julio and A.J. Brown, it makes sense.
But damn. Tilton.
So best player available quarterback-wise, Joe Burrow, rookie Lawrence, Matt Ryan, Baker Mayfield, Justin Fields. Justin Fields going this late is actually pretty interesting.
Yeah, there's another guy, another doozy of a player down there, and I haven't really picked them, and I think I will this time. Trey Lance.
Interesting.
Burrow or I'm gonna go Lawrence.
Huh. Quarterback round, huh?
Well,
Or the 7th.
the computer teams definitely seem like they're getting hungry for him. So, and another one. I don't know why they all feel the need to get their backup quarterback, to get a backup quarterback, let alone in round 10. But apparently that's what's going on. So
Must be R.G. Patrick drafting back there in Sleeper.
Yeah.
all of the teams.
Interesting. Okay, this is not a terrible situation I'm in. Name I brought up earlier that I said doesn't really get the recognition he deserves is Michael Pittman, but his teammate Naeem Hines is also interesting to me just because of Wentz's habits, I guess you would say. I don't know.
I mean, missing
His
his players.
inability to check down.
Nah, slot targets, and Hines ran the most, or one of the most slot routes last year. I think I'm still gonna go wide receiver. I don't want to, but I will.
But you
I go Michael
will?
Pittman. I was decently high on him last year, and guess I'll stick with him. All right, I have 3 wide receivers, 3 running backs. I feel like that's not accurate. It's definitely not accurate. I have 4 wide receivers and 4 running backs. So, 45 seconds. Got Darrell Henderson, who I decently like as a just in case, because if Cam Akers, gets hurt over there, you're going to want Darrell Henderson. Am I wrong, Brandon?
No, you're not wrong.
Elijah
bad
Moore
pick.
also tickles my fancy here because all the hype that he's been getting, and I feel like that's a decent value. And I'll do it. I'll bite on it. Elijah Moore.
I probably would have taken Elijah Moore.
I had a
I didn't
feeling you
need it.
would.
Yeah.
I was looking at him up in like round 8, and I was like, "Yep, that's gonna be Alex's like round 10 pick." But
I had no question that was going to be Alex's pick.
I would have taken him in the 10th had all the quarterbacks not started going.
Fair.
But the computers had to get all uppity with it.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I'm extremely excited for redraft season 2021. Fantasy football. I really. What do you guys thoughts possibly on doing like a live draft event? Because we did that. Brandon, I don't know. I think you were in the league at the point. Like 2 years ago, we did a live hangout draft. I think 2 and 3 years ago, actually. This past year, we didn't do it, obviously, COVID and whatnot. But what are you guys' thoughts on possibly meeting up and doing something like that?
I'm down. I remember we did that, and we did a championship round, like hangout. That was chill.
Schedules line up. I would absolutely be able to. I mean, I guess a weekend sometime.
Yeah, we could
as long as
possibly
you catch me ahead of time.
We could do a little vlog or something like that, post it on the channel, let people know how the heck we get down when it's draft weekend. You buy a $15 paper board, and it's you have to write a lot of the names in because a lot of the names are outdated.
I'll just print them out.
It's a time to be alive. You print out stickers? I don't have any stickers.
No, we did a draft board once, and we basically just printed out every single name.
That's fair.
And then we cut them up and, like tape them up there. Each pick.
Last year, the draft board actually it got stuck together somehow in the mail and melted or something like that. So there was a big hole in it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an interesting time. Justin Fields off the board finally round 11. I can dig it. Nelson Aguilar, Brandon, and Jamal Williams, Alex. I like those picks relative to the field, obviously.
I'm looking for some sleeper running backs, if you will. Some late round dudes.
Brandon, you oh, never mind. I was gonna say, are you looking for a tight end here? Because you got your man John New sitting down there eyeing you up.
Ooh, I got Nelson Aguilar.
Boy.
Gross.
I was going to go Russell Gage, but I actually really don't mind this pick that I'm about to make. But he's still there. It's between Paris Campbell and Nicole Hardman.
Fair.
I like Nicole Hardman. I don't mind that for this team I'm building.
I don't hate McCole Hardman, but I would say if there was a team that was more structurally like stable, because I don't know if your team is that stable, Brandon, but if you had, like the I don't know, if you had more of a stable team, I think McCole Hardman's a nice little if you need him on a bye week and your team is putting up, decent points, you can just throw him in there. Maybe he gets 10 points, maybe he gets 0, and you don't get hurt by it. I don't know. But Kenny Gainwell, Alex, interesting.
I mean, if we're talking taking shots at running back, some of these options are not very inspiring.
Yeah, I would agree.
So I will go with the Memphis guy because the Memphis guys have torn up the NFL, and he was actually the best in college. So I look forward to him being the worst in the pros.
I would say that checks out. It checks out. Yep. All right. I was gonna go Jonnu here, picked in front of me, so not gonna happen.
Oh my God, the tight ends.
Yeah, they just went.
Man, Sleeper really has a collective mind.
Yeah.
When one team goes with the backups, every team's like, oh, we all need these.
This is a little bit of a head scratcher here for me. I really did not expect this to happen. We got 4 seconds, so I'm just going to go with it. Paris Campbell, double up on the Colts wide receivers. One of them have to do something, right? Maybe. Who knows?
Carson Wentz.
Jalen Rager. Painful. I didn't know he was there. My eyes got to open wide sometimes.
Good.
The running backs that are available at the moment are Philip Lindsay, Alexander Madison, J.D. McKissick, Tevin Coleman, a bunch of poop and shoop. And, even if you keep scrolling down, there's nobody really interesting. Wide receivers, you got Cole Beasley, Rondale Moore, Jameson Crowder, Christian Kirk, John Brown, Terrence Marshall, Mon Rossi, and Brown. All right. This man, Derek Carr, and Nelson Aguilar last year, right? They hooked up on a lot of deep bombs. Derek Carr is one of the best deep ball specialists if he throws the ball deep. So he's not a specialist, he's just a deep ball guy sometimes. So John Brown, he runs deep. He's pretty good. So maybe Derek Carr and John Brown hook up.
This scares me because he's always injured.
So is Paris Campbell.
Week 13. Pick 13. What do you expect? I'd rather have him than a Philip Lindsay, personally.
I'm going to go with the guy that you guys keep telling me is a running back.
Hey, man, that could be good. That could be a good thing.
Because,
not bad pick.
The running back options up there are god-awful. And
yeah.
Oh, for those listening, Alex picked Rondale Moore. I completely forgot about the whole podcast and not seeing it. So if you are listening at the moment, go watch us on YouTube so you can actually see the draft board. Did the draft on Sleeper, and we have, draft board happening as we make pick by pick. So go check that out.
I didn't think about that at all. Oh, well.
Oh, well. You snooze, you lose. You don't watch us, you lose. You listen to us, you lose.
Yeah, that's how it works.
If you do watch us, you might lose as well. Fair warning.
Yeah.
Full disclaimer.
Full disclaimer.
All right, I'm just going to keep drafting young Terrace Marshall.
I can dig it.
Granted, I think your redraft team here is going to need a little more time in the oven.
Nah. I don't see where you would think that.
Very premature children you have here.
They need some extra time.
I understand.
Like all of our teams
100%.
have their flaws.
Yeah, I understand it 100%. Like this thing I'm about to say, but Deshaun Watson going in the 14th round when there's players like Philip Lindsay going off the board in the 13th round actually kind of tickles my fancy. I say this a lot, but
Sean, has Watson even been picked?
I haven't seen him.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I wouldn't take him.
If it's a 14th round pick, I'm taking it by all means.
I don't think he's going to play this season. So
there's like a 99% chance that happens, but on the 1% chance it doesn't happen, you got a league winner.
I mean,
If he's on a different team. If he's on
even
the Broncos,
I feel like even if he's on the Texans, he's going to put up points. But my thing is, I don't know. I don't know how often, like, he'd have. Yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, I don't know. You know. I was on the Mahomes train his first year when he was like the number one, and that definitely helped me in leagues because I had a few different redraft leagues where I snagged him at like I believe the 15th round. But I don't think I won all. Unfortunately, it's too far away in my memory to say like exactly what the rest of my team was like in that situation.
I remember getting Andrew Luck in like the 8th or 9th rounds way back when. Well, not way back when, actually, the year he retired, and that didn't help much. Probably hurt more than it
he
helped.
retired.
Exactly.
But you know what, Ed? I like your enthusiasm, so we're pulling the trigger.
You got a safe starter in Trevor Lawrence. You got a scary person in Deshaun Watson. You like it.
Team 2 really has a halfway solid team outside of the Chase Edmonds pick.
Just halfway.
Keenan Allen, Godwin, Robert Woods, Derrick Henry, Joe Mixon.
I'm not a big fan. I mean, I like the Allen, Godwin.
I don't like Mixon at 211. I actually hate it.
He hates it.
What?
Look at the next two names after it. I would much rather have the next two names after it.
Swift and CEH?
No, Justin Jefferson and Antonio Brown. I mean, so AJ Brown. And the next two picks. But yeah, I would also rather have Swift. I'd probably rather have CEH.
All right. I already took an old guy from the Bills. Do I go Emmanuel Sanders? Anybody a fan of that one?
I considered it, but I'm going for upside.
Did you take a former wide receivers?
Yeah, let me go with upside, shall I? Let's go dumpster diving. This is not even dynasty dumpster diving. This is redraft dynasty dumpster diving. And we got Jacoby Myers. Come on, don't this on the team. Let's get it popping. We got the dumpster diving.
You got advertised for your articles.
Dead ass, bro. Van Jefferson, Jacoby Myers. Go snag him up in dynasty. 14th, 15th round in redraft. I like it. I like it a lot. I don't like it, actually, but it's on brand. Very on brand.
Got room for one more sleeper running back. Guess we'll go Gio Bernard.
The big quads. Oh, Brandon, you got one more room for one more sleeper running back as well. Go take him. Take your man.
My man?
You know who we're talking about. Come on.
He's not a running back.
Ew. What in the world?
Rashad Perry.
I guess it's on brand. That makes sense.
It's on brand.
Are you referring to Ramondre?
I was, yeah.
I'm happy with the 5 backs I've got.
Brian Edwards, Mr. Irrelevant. All right.
Cam really went with the 0 running backs. I mean, he literally only took 2. I get that it auto-drafted of Jones and Elliott, and maybe he just decided to roll with that. But he only took 2 after that. Like, the hell with these.
You said the computer drafted Irv Smith, too. Oh, Todd Gurley, Team 11.
Todd Gurley was... Oh,
the Irv Smith pick confused me. I guess that makes sense.
I wish this sleeper would have like grades, I guess, per se, in a sense, because I feel like that would be a very interesting way to. Holy cow! I didn't realize my last 6 picks were wide receivers. That's definitely
my last normal. 5 were wide receivers.
Gang, wide receiver deep.
6 out of my 7 picks were wide receivers.
Jeez.
Of the last 7 picks.
All right, let's go team by team between us 3, I guess, if you guys want to. And talk about it, I guess, huh?
Yeah. Tell us your team, Ed. Tell us all about your quarterback, tight end, early round.
So as you guys seen, the draft board went Barkley first round. My team makeup is Lamar Jackson, quarterback 1, obviously. Saquon Barkley, running back 1. Travis Etienne, DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, George Kittle, Mike Davis, and Curtis Samuel in the flex positions, with some rather decent upside bench stashes in Pollard, Pittman, Moore, Campbell, John Brown, and then my guys Van Jefferson, Jacoby Myers. What are you guys thinking about the strat itself?
I think it turned out pretty good.
I just don't like some of the dudes you ended up with, but like, as long as you get the right quarterback, I don't hate it. I mean, I'm more likely to wait on the quarterbacks. But.
I mean, if Barkley comes back the way he performed rookie season, like, damn, you got an outlier at running back. You've got a tight end that puts up basically 2 slots for 1 player, and a quarterback that has the upside to put up 40. So the rest just needs to have the upside, and then you're golden.
I would say Barkley is safe in a sense as far as like a top 5 pick. Maybe in relation to like Kamara, he's not, as safe and Chubb, but I do think that he has the opportunity clearly given to him, and I think the offense is going to be decent this year. So, I mean, obviously not the Barkley of years past, and definitely not the Barkley of last year, seeing as he's hopefully going to play 17 games. But pick 3, I feel like that's a lot of stability, and then, cementing the quarterback and tight end with that strategy, it kind of helps with taking shots on those, like the bench stashes in particular, but also like the flex plays and like the wide receivers and whatnot. I like the strategy itself. I think it's my favorite probably if I were in a redraft league. I might just go with that this year.
That's your favorite, man.
Yeah, just because I'm very expressive on tight ends being like, if you don't go in the top tight ends, you're gonna have to roster a couple or play the waiver wire, and I feel like that's not necessary. Especially when you can take one of those top 3, even Kyle Pitts. I would be comfortable with him. Quarterback wise, I feel like Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray are going to blow the other quarterbacks outside of Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, blow them out of the water. But yeah, I feel like that matters a lot, I would say.
It's fair. And if you hit on the, honestly, the likelihood of late round wide receivers or running back, well, more or less wide receivers, of hitting, the likelihood of them hitting is greater than a tight end, like a late round tight end. So I see your point.
And the impact that them hitting would have in relation to, say, like a late round quarterback as well. Like, obviously the quarterback's going to be meaningful, but the impact it's going to have on your team, like say they actually break out, like you said, Alex, earlier, the Mahomes, the chances of that happening are relatively lower nowadays, I would say. Oh, then obviously Watson in the 14th round, but like players like Tua, Carson Wentz, Kirk Cousins, yada, 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 I don't know if they would necessarily have much of an impact as, say, somebody like, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but Kadarius Toney, if he breaks out, if he comes on the scene and does some shit.
Well, I picked him up in the 14th round, my guy.
I didn't even see you picked him. That is despicable. Yeah. All right. Alex, let's get on to your team. Go ahead.
We got T-Law, Jonathan Taylor, Trey Sermon, DK Metcalf, CeeDee Lamb, Darren Waller, a couple rookies, and Jamar and Devontae Smith, and then Will Fuller and Marquise Brown fill in the cracks if they suck. And then, some flyers. All about them flyers.
I like the Flyers. I like the team as a whole, I'm not going to lie.
Honestly, the only thing I probably would have done differently if I wasn't pigeonholing myself into taking receivers was taking CEH or Swift instead of Lamb. And or
Waller.
Was it? Yeah, I guess it would have been. Yeah, it would have been Waller that I could have taken those guys over, right?
Metcalf for
Waller.
Swift, but yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised he went Metcalf over Ridley, to be honest. I see where it's
Ridley's
close.
Injuries concerns scare me,
fair.
and I think Metcalf is close to putting up a full season.
Yeah.
And, he's a
good rebuttal.
Monster. But, I'm actually a big fan of drafting with the intent to only fill 2 running backs at a time. if you can get more than that, that's good. But I just feel like the league is way deeper at receiver, and I'll have an easier time finding dudes to put a decent flex plays at receiver than I will running back. So my goal is generally just to fill those 2 slots.
Yeah, I like the idea of going not necessarily heavy wide receiver, but enough wide receivers to fill the flex because they have more of a chance of actually helping you week to week than, say, Mike Davis, like I took.
I mean, but if Mike Davis, I don't think that's bad value because if he does end up getting a lot of touches over there, he can be a solid number 2.
Yeah. And you still have ETN, so that's pretty nice.
I like the Sermon pick, by the way. I was obviously hoping to get him.
I figured that.
Yeah, I like him a good bit. And then, yeah, I like the draft as a whole. The only one thing I guess I said I would have changed was taking Lawrence right there because you could have had Elijah Moore, like you said, you were going to go with the 10th. Like
The thing is, though, that I'm already like 6 deep at receiver prior to that point, and like in a normal draft, I wouldn't have taken Lawrence, but like the computer is vacuuming up those quarterbacks, so I wanted to make sure that I wasn't stuck with like Baker Mayfield.
Yeah,
because
would you?
I guess I would have gone Fields.
Yeah, I was going to ask that.
Yeah, that was the next guy after Burrow. After that,
And if
little
Fields
run.
had went, then I mean, yeah, it's basically
then
down
you're
to like
Mayfield, Ryan
or
Wentz,
Mayfield. And then I
Cousins.
definitely would have been trying to take Watson for real and towards the end, just for hope. I also like Lawrence. I think Lawrence could be a QB1 this season. I think he's got more rushing upside than people are giving him credit for.
That's
fair.
Like, the dude's got wheels.
And he's
And
got
if their
hair.
offensive line is bad, he might be using them. And that might get him killed. Guess we'll find out.
Sure. All right. Any other words on Alex's roster?
Nope.
Doesn't sound like it. All right. B-Space, let's get into your team. Go ahead.
I got Trey Lance at my quarterback position, Cam Akers and J.K. Dobbins, the 1-2 punch at running back. And my first 4 skill position players, Akers, Dobbins, Brandon Ayuk, and Chenault, all are sophomores. But I don't care if it's not Dynasty. I think those players are good as shit. So I draft them. Kyle Pitts, rookie, good as shit. His contract they just signed proves it. And the flex position, I got Chris Carson, one of my most favorite redraft later round running backs, if that's what you call it. He went in the late third round. I would call that late as a running back, which I think that is a lot of potential there. And then Javonte Williams to back up those 3 powerful backs.
If Chris Carson's late, where's Javonte? Is he like
Javonte was 6'3".
He's like a year behind.
Yeah, he was 3 rounds later.
He's incredibly late.
And then my bench consists of the head scratcher, apparently, Gus Edwards, Darnell Mooney, Nelson Aguilar, Mecole Hardman, Terrace Marshall, Kadarius Toney, and my man, I know it's Alex's, Brashad Perriman. And guess what? Brashad, if he doesn't do anything week 1, I can always just drop him and pick up another guy because it was my last pick. So
those wide receivers on your bench are just – they're so you, Brandon. Like Aguilar, Hardman, Toney, Perriman. They're just so
I'm not even a huge fan of Toney. It's just that Toney's going so late. And it's like in the second to last round, it's like he was a first-round wide receiver. Like – I don't really –
Did you see the reports coming out?
What's that?
He's a backup. He's going to be used as a gadget player mainly, solely almost, and he's backing up Shepard, Galladay, and I think Slayton.
Yeah, probably for good reason because all 3 of those guys are better receivers than him.
That's fair.
And he also missed the majority of
That's
what
fair,
OTAs
but he was
or whatever was happening.
He was the second to last round receiver.
Flag.
But that's it.
Do you feel comfortable with having Trey Lance your quarterback, given you don't have any other quarterbacks?
Yes. I am perfectly fine. I am
fine
fine streaming a quarterback. I'm fine with picking up a Ryan Fitzpatrick or whoever the hell I would like to grab. And I really think with the 10th round, I was really hoping to get Tannehill. That was really my main intent, but Team 11 swiped him up, picked before me. So I figured, why not pair Lance with Brandon Ayuk? So I think Ayuk's the wide receiver 1 there, outside of Kittle.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
number 1 target, but I like Lance's rushing upside, especially with the Shanahan being the offensive-minded coach he is. I don't know. I personally really like this team, although a lot of these guys could just bust. So, but then
Very
again,
true.
all of the guys on our teams could just bust. So, can't really.
Even more true. Yeah. I would say I like Akers. I like Dobbins. Obviously a big Chenault guy, so I like those picks. Ayuk I do like as well. Carson's cool. He's cool. Having Javante in your flex at the moment isn't really helpful, and given the fact you don't really have any other running backs to put in there, you have Mooney you could toss in there, I guess, at the moment. But I will say Javante Williams, I think, is a pretty cool 6th-round pick because I feel like later in the season he will be very helpful. So if you were to take him in the 6th, don't expect him to be, like the rookie running back right out of the gate that many people expect, I don't know, other superstars to be. But I think like later in the season is going to be something relevant.
Yeah. He could be like almost like Cam Akers of last year. Don't do much in the beginning. I don't think he won't do much in the beginning of the year. I think he's going to be involved. I just think he's going to be shadowed by Melvin Gordon. But I think by the end of the year, it's going to be clear as day his job at the end of the season. Because next season, it is his job. So
I don't hate this team, but I feel like you need all of these guys to stay healthy if you have a chance to win.
Yeah, well,
unless you just perfectly work the waiver wire. I don't agree with that.
What?
I just think you have too many question marks on your bench.
Wow.
I was gonna agree with that. I think Mooney's a good pick on the bench.
Like
Gus
if you
Edwards
work the waiver wire well, that wouldn't matter. But then if you didn't, it would.
Yeah. I personally don't have high expectations for Aguilar or the players listed below him, but
Hardman, Marshall, Tony, and Perriman.
I like Marshall.
Crazy.
I don't know yet.
Well,
Tony, no, I'm way off on the Tony train, but that should be known by now.
Tony Train is
much after
station.
Kadarius Tony. I could have picked up a Crowder, but then again, injuries.
Stevenson.
Shepard. Injuries. Van Jefferson.
Your man, Darius Slayton, who's ahead of him on the depth chart.
Van Jefferson.
Did Slayton
He was a god.
No, Slayton did not get picked.
Wow, that's kind of surprising.
It had Brian Edwards, wide receiver 1 of the Raiders.
Talk about hoping someone booms, or as Alec or
that's
Ed
a realistic
said,
expectation.
Bangs.
Took Rashad Perriman.
Boom. Booms this way, bangs that way.
Yes. Rashad Perriman could very well be.
I could copy and paste everything you said about him last year and insert it into your mouth now, and it wouldn't.
It's the same argument.
It'd come out the same.
Different team. Doesn't have Adam Gase.
Oh wow, he's got Dan Campbell and Jared Goff. The Detroit Lions.
Jared Goff is pretty good with Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp. Now he's got Rashad. Just say his name. Rashad.
I'm all right.
No. All right. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like that's all that we got for the mock draft.
It is all we got. Solid mock.
Leave in the comments who you think won. I'm interested.
I'm interested as well. You should put the screenshots up as well. They're pretty dope, like of the teams.
Pop it up.
Interesting. Let us know what strategy you guys usually take in your redraft leagues, and we will probably either blast you or help you out with your strategies. So like, comment, share, subscribe. I guess check out firstchoicepodcast.com. Click the
AFC
link in the
West
description.
next week.
Yes, AFC West next week. Divisional. Was that 5th episode? Something like that.
Yeah, of the divisional breakdowns.
And we may not be your go-to fantasy advice, but we are First Choice Podcast. So
Do exist.
adios.
Later.